Okay, we are going to start this quiz, and as you can see, I'll just give you a quick sneak peek. This quiz consists of 5 multiple choice. We have 3 short answer here where we're going to solve for a missing angle, and then we have 2 short answer as well where we're going to throw in a little bit of geometry, which is what we've been working on. So I'm going to just jump right into it, and the questions will appear as we go for you guys to answer. Okay, so the very first question says, which pair of angles will always have a small square in the corner to represent 90 degrees? So you have A, supplementary, B, complementary, and C, adjacent. I'm also just going to highlight a few things. Will always have a small square in the corner equal to 90 degrees. Okay, I'm not going to circle the correct answer. That way, if you got it incorrect, you can retake the quiz to get the correct answer. Okay, moving on to number 2. Which pair of angles are always across or opposite from each other and will always be equal? So you have either A, vertical, B, adjacent, or C, supplementary. And again, that is a pair of angles that are across or opposite and always equal. Okay, number 3. Supplementary angles are 2 angles whose blank is always blank. So is it 2 angles whose difference is always 180 degrees, whose sum is always 90 degrees, or whose sum is 180 degrees? Okay, moving on to number 4. Angles A and B in the image below are considered which type of pair? Okay, so just look very carefully. We have angle A, which is here, angle A, and we have angle B on this side. So what would we call this pair? A, complementary, B, adjacent, or C, supplementary? Okay, moving on to number 5. Angles A and B in the image below are considered which type of pair? So again, look very carefully at B and look at A. Would we call these adjacent, vertical, or complementary? Okay, we are done with the multiple choice. We're now going to move forward with the next section of the quiz. So for 6, which is 3 problems, A, B, and C, we're going to be finding the missing angles for each of the following problems. Okay, so zooming in on A, we are given 2 angle pairs here. Okay, we have angle HFG already given as 154 degrees, and we are looking for the measure of EFH, which is this tiny arc right here. So first things first, I'm going to determine which type of pair I recognize. So these 2 are on a straight line, meaning that this is supplementary. And what I know about supplementary angles is that they are always equal to 180 degrees. So using that information, if I know that one of the angles is 154 and I'm looking for the other angle, and I know that together that they're both 180, I'm just going to take 180 and I'm going to subtract 154 degrees from that. And I'm going to get 26 degrees. So that would be my missing angle, 26 degrees. Okay, moving on to the next one. For letter B, looking carefully at this picture, I'm going to first try to determine which angle pair I see here. So I'm noticing that this angle is 113 degrees and this other arc is on the other side, across from. So these have to be vertical. And the only thing that we need to know about vertical angles is that they're equal. So here I'm looking for X, Y, W, which is exactly this missing one. I'll call it X right now. But if one of them is 113 degrees, that means the other one also has to be 113 degrees. So there's actually no math involved there. Okay, And last one like this. So again, we're going to ask ourselves, what type of angles are these? Hopefully you're able to notice that we have that square in the corner, making these complementary. And the one thing about complementary angles is that we know they must equal, or sum must equal to 90 degrees. So right now I know one of the angles is 72, but I'm missing this angle. So in order to find what's missing, we're going to take that 90 and subtract 72 from it. And we're going to get 18 degrees for angle X. Okay? All right, moving on. So now we're going to throw in a little bit of algebra by having a couple of variables. So first things first, and this breaks it down nicely for us. We've done a problem very similar. We're going to identify the type of angle, what that information tells us, and the equation that we're going to use to solve. So right away, I'm noticing we have this angle with 3x minus 3 inside of it, and across from it, I'm seeing this 147. Well, angles that are crisscross and make this X shape with the lines, it's always going to be vertical. And vertical angles, we must remember, are always equal. So that means this angle here has to be equal to this angle here. So if I write that as an equation, it would look like this. 3x minus 3 is equal to 147. I'm now going to solve this equation. I'm going to write it over here where I have room. 3x minus 3 equals 147. Okay, so the goal is to solve for x. So our first step is going to be to add 3 to both sides. Opposites are going to cancel out. We're going to bring down 3x equals, and now we're going to add 147 plus 3, 150. Our next step, we're going to divide 3 on both sides, cancel out the opposites, bring down our x equals, and then 150 divided by 3 is 50. Okay, so our solution is x is equal to 50. Okay, it's not 50 degrees. This is not 50. If this is 147, then this one also has to be 147. So it's not referring to the degree. It's just referring to the value of x, which is 50. Okay, last one. So again, we're going to start by identifying the type of angles. So right away, I'm going to notice something. I see this corner cube. That makes this complementary. Since these are complementary, that means the key information is that they're equal to 90 degrees. And by equals, I'm talking about the sum of. Sum meaning add. So if we have this angle and we have this angle, that means when we add them together, which will look like 5x minus 1 is the first one, plus 39 must equal 90. So again, I'm going to rewrite this over here. 5x minus 1 plus 39 is equal to 90. We're going to follow DCM, do cats meow. If there's something to distribute, we will, but I don't see any parentheses, so nothing to distribute. Next is combine, combine like terms. Is there something we can combine here? So I notice that we can combine numbers that do not have variables, which would be -1 and 39. If you add those together, you end up getting, keep the 5x, you end up getting 38 equals 90. We bring everything down. Okay, now again, we're going to be looking to get x alone. So we're going to start by getting rid of this plus 30 by minusing it on, plus 38 by subtracting it on both sides. We will cancel our opposites, bring down the 5x. 90 minus 38 is 52. We're going to divide both sides by 5. Cancel this out. bring down our x. And then if we divide 52 by 5, we're not going to get a whole number, but we will get 10.4. Okay? All right, so that's our answer. X equals 10.4. Okay. If you are unhappy with the grade that you get at the end of this video, I recommend that you retake it one more time to try to improve your grade from last time. And that is it. All right, guys. Bye.